So today the main thing we're going to talk about is self-teaching and like learning on your own independently. But also, I guess I'm going to go and get the budget thing out of the way. So we had a vague idea of our budget. So according to Campus Life, or Student Experience as it's called now, we have like $1,000, but we've also heard that we only have 800. And Adam says we only had 600 last year, so it's very big. But so the two things that I want to propose are we go to at least one competition this semester and next semester, and we also get new t-shirts. Yeah, I wish I had worn my t-shirt actually. We've had the same t-shirt for the past like 2 years. It's just solid black. The only thing it has on it is like the Half-Life logo in the corner, and it says like ACM in the little circle next to it. So, I mean, yeah, it's cool because it's Half-Life, but it's not very exciting really. So, I'm going to try to get like a price for t-shirts sometime this week, maybe. Actually, I should be able to get it tomorrow. So, but you won't have to pay anything for that. We didn't sell them in the past, so. New t-shirts and competitions is pretty much what we're going to spend budgets on. And I was thinking maybe if we had something left over at the end of the year, we could do, you know, like a little local practice competition or something, and then get pizza or something catered. So, what do y'all think about that?
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Good?
I have something to propose for the t-shirts.
All right.
So,
Yeah, we also need design.
yeah, we also need a design, but we could possibly get sponsors.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I know a handful of them.
Like
Two
how-
suggestions actually for the design. We could actually look at some graphic people here on campus. I know we have some studio art majors here.
Yeah, I
Specifically.
know doing a like inside little contest for
That would be
t-shirt
cool.
designs,
Yeah.
no, it does not work at
It
all.
doesn't work.
We tried it selfies last year.
I designed the last one.
Really?
I think so.
I mean,
They
it
were
worked
like,
perfectly.
We want a Half-Life logo with ACM in it. I was like, I can do that in Photoshop. They were like, yes.
And then the other thing, are we gonna have any like pre-contest like training like we did last time, kind of?
Oh, you mean like practice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can we like
Yeah.
extend those, because most of the time it was like one time, and then only the people who were going got it. And I wanted to see if like people who've never gone to one, them have that experience. So that way, if they do want to, they can kind of put their feet in.
It wasn't more of a thing of like not having or not letting inexperienced people
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
It was
It's they were
not
too.
having them or
Yeah.
what they didn't want.
Exactly. And that's what I think it is. Is that it's that disconnect, because. Oh, sorry.
Hey guys, can we like pay attention,
No,
please?
the practice comps are definitely still going to be a thing.
Or even if we have
when
one
we get
like.
when we get a competition, like I don't think most of you have been to one. I think it's just been like me and Adam, actually. Now that I think about it. So yeah, like you all get, you know, that'll all be new. Anyway, so topic for today is self-learning or self-teaching, independent learning, you know, pro-Googling, whatever you want to call it. So this is a giant list I have amassed here. This is going to be available. We're going to have a link to it in the video that I'll upload, and I'll also send a link out on listserv. So what I've got here is just various links and resources you can find online. So the first one is obviously just general online learning sites. You've probably heard of a lot of these. Code Academy is good. It's been around for a while. Udemy is pretty good. It actually, I think they have a sale going on right now. It's like, they did have at least, it was like $10.
It ends today, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so if you want to jump on that,
7 hours.
yeah, 7 hours if you want to.
Just like I thought that was going to be like 7 minutes.
Yeah. So there's some really good ones on there. Most of the content is like videos, and you can see some of them get pretty steep with their regular price, like $100. Little Connor. Up to like $200. Like it's insane. So you get that for $10, and it's a pretty good deal. Yeah. Then there's coding for entrepreneurs. I actually just recently found this one, but it's pretty nice. They have like some tutorials for like Django, which is a Python web development framework. So they have like GitHub tutorials. Yeah, projects. There it is. Yeah, there it is. It's like coding with Python, HTML. Most of it's web development stuff, but it's pretty cool. There's some more. Treehouse is pretty much just web development. They've got like local communities though, so there's actually one in Little Rock, I think. Isn't there, Kyle? No.
Treehouse?
Yeah.
No, there's one for, free cooking, but it's not very active.
Yeah,
They started doing
Oh,
like game development, courses on Treehouse too. One of the,
Yeah, I agree with that.
one of their like front-end web developers, just created a game called like 19 Floods. I've never played it.
Yeah, I think they have like some, they say somewhere it's like you're supposed to be able to get certified or something at the end of this, I think. I don't know, like, I've seen ads before where it's like a guy's like, I learned how to code in 24 hours and now I have a job as this analytics department or something.
Yeah,
So,
they started like a tech degree, or if you get a certificate,
Yeah.
it's like $200 a month. It's not like it, just take the classes.
yeah, it's on there though, if you're looking for something. Khan Academy, that's really general. They have everything from programming to physics to, trigonometry, whatever. New Boston, this guy has a YouTube channel too, but I actually followed this guy when I was in high school. His videos are, he covers a lot of topics, but he doesn't necessarily go in depth with them. So, yeah, like over here are some of the topics and some. So like Adobe tools, C, C#, C++, GUI, C++, Flash, Java, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, Python. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like I think he has his own company now, but there's a lot of things on there if you're just wanting to like kind of scrape the surface and see if you're interested. And Tutorials Point, it's really more of a reference website. It also doesn't go into detail, but it's kind of nice. A lot of times if you're just Googling like, learn Python or learn SQL or something, you'll get Tutorials Point links. So it's decent for a reference website. And Udacity is pretty much the same as Udemy up there.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is this document gonna be made available to us? On
Yeah,
the
yeah. There'll be a link to the video. I'll send one out on the listserv too.
Okay.
And if you have any others that you want to add to it, like you can request to edit on it, and I'll give that to you, or just like tell me what you want me to add, and I'll throw it on there.
Right.
I might add some more of these throughout the year as I come across them. So yeah, programming practice sites, this is a big thing, I think. This is probably more useful than learning sites. Like, a lot of these do programming competitions or practice problems. So HackerRank is pretty cool. They have a lot of challenge problems, and then they do contests every now and then. So I think they've got a math contest coming up. It's pretty cool. These are all online. So right here you have like domains. You can say, oh, I'm good at C++, so I'll look at the C++ problems. And they have some ranging from basic to hard, like, I don't know, bit rate. You see its success rate. So it's pretty cool. Like you can go to contests, and yeah, there's a machine learning one going on right now. So you can register for those, and they'll send you an email when it starts. And Project Euler, that's a classic. Yes, it is pronounced Project Euler, not Euler. It's like Euler, the mathematician. So, yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of the problems are actually really hard too, but they're almost all of them are math based. But if you're looking for just, a good site to like practice some, I guess competition style problems, you can go through and do these. The first like 8 of them I think are fairly easy, and then it starts getting hard. Coding game. It's a good one. So you like game development? This one does like competitions for pretty much just writing AI for a game, and they're actually really hard. I was participating in some.
Yeah, I will say though that doing the training for yourself and doing like the single player contests, as well as a feature they implemented a couple months ago where users can submit problems, which honestly look like programming homework to me.
Probably.
Those are really fun, but a lot of the competitions I've been in, I would say at least 90%, if not more, of like the highest rating AIs all use machine learning. Like it's all genetic algorithms and reinforcement learning, and it's all stuff beyond me.
They have some pretty cool stuff. Even if you're not feeling like going to competitions or contests, like I was saying, they have training on there too that you can do. So there's like little puzzles.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
You might want to get like into AI programming. TensorFlow was open source, and they had plans for like Python. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and that's what Google uses. So.
Yeah. A lot of these websites like this, you can choose your own language too. So like, if if you're better at Python or you're better at C++, you can do that.
There you go.
One. It's kind of intensive on your browser actually, but so yeah, wow, that's really dark. But yeah, you can change the language. They have quite a
There's
few.
Rust.
Yeah.
Rust.
There's Perl. Lua.
Ooh, you should click one of those.
Yeah, yeah. Haskell. So,
See what the
Rust is gross.
I actually haven't seen Rust before. Doesn't look that
Rust
bad.
is gross. What is wrong with you?
I'm talking about
really
the
like,
prompt. It's
really
just like
yeah,
the syntax.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be better.
It's a really good way to start programming if you're ever wanting to just kind of solve basic problems too.
Yeah.
It really helps out whenever you're trying hard to figure out concepts of a language. It really helped me out when I was taking language structures.
Yeah. It's also cool to get familiar with a few languages just so you get like, most of those are C style languages like Rust, Go, C,
Yeah.
C++, Java,
Even Python.
Python. But there's some that have like more weird syntax, like Haskell or whatever.
So this is a like pretty strictly contest-based site, Top Coder, and it's like one of the more legitimate ones. Like you can land jobs on Top Coder, but there's also some extremely good programmers on there. Like if you get #1 in the world on Top Coder, you'll probably be guaranteed a job at like Google or something. But if you do that, well, you probably wouldn't be here. So yeah, this link, this is a link I found a long time ago from like, I think like a Reddit forum, but this is just a giant list of project ideas. So one of the best ways I know to learn is by just doing a project. Like, this has a lot of them that are really simple, and then a lot of them that are actually fairly hard. So reversing a string, that's super hard, right? Pick Latin, like in Python, a lot of these first ones are just one-liners. Count vowels, check if it's a palindrome, things like that. And there's some others like, making a journal application or fortune teller. And this is a pretty long list. They have some genres, networking. I've done a few of these, like file transfer protocol program, FileZilla. That's pretty fun to do. So like it's a good way for you to go out and search like how would I do an FTP program? well, I need to do something, make HTTP requests or something. With Python, which is what I did that in, actually has a FTP package because it's Python. It's rad. I made it a little easy. So, yeah, like they're really fun to do, and it also looks good later when you've done like a handful of these projects.
Yeah, at first you can use libraries and stuff, and then, just to do it and like have
Yeah.
fun. But if you really want to, you can like, for instance, FTP, you can go look at the RFC and like look
That's
at the
true.
actual spec or something over a socket. It's pretty difficult actually. That's probably like a most one project.
Socket programming is both interesting and frustrating.
The problem is like stupid English language protocols.
Yeah,
HTTP.
there's a lot on here.
And some of those were kind of,
these
there
are
was
all
one that was like
manageable
packets
by
and for like
yourself.
Wireshark. And I'm like,
Like,
yeah.
I think
It'll
this
take
is
a
a
little
really good
time.
way too for practicing before you get to like capstone. Even though I'm sort of just getting to that, but like it makes it a lot less daunting when you're like, oh, I need to come up with a project idea and
Oh, yeah, for real.
yeah, that's pretty cool. List of projects. And then there's language-specific sites. So, yeah, we'll definitely probably add a lot more links in this one. So, yeah, if you're interested in a certain language and are looking for some cool sites or some cool books or resources, here's a lot of good ones. There's Learn Your Haskell for Great Good. It's actually a book.
Yeah, that's true. I really recommend the Haskell one and the
And-
Python one. I learned a little bit from both of
You
them.
mean this one or
Not that one.
Hardway?
Yeah, Hardway.
This one, like, if you find Learn Python the hard way, the hard copy is like that thick, but it's probably the best Python book out there.
It was really good.
Um,
I don't know about very good, but usually pretty good.
yeah, that's,
Oh.
yeah, I haven't actually gotten to read all that. I looked at it a while back though. Test-driven development with Python. I don't know if any of you are aware of like what test-driven development is, but basically it's like you write your tests for your program before you write the program, and it's a good way, it's a good practice, and a lot of companies actually require it, I think. But so that book like basically teaches you. I think it's like you're writing something in Django with Python, but it makes you do test-driven development at the same time. So it's pretty cool, like writing unit tests and that kind of thing.
That makes us think.
Yeah.
There's a clip, this dude that works at Microsoft Research wrote a book on TLA Plus, which is like a specification language. It's like, it's basically like proves your program if you write out a specification for it. And someone brought like test-driven development, like, hey, just do that instead. And he liked it all. It was good. It was really
That's a
good.
good point. Reference sites. So, like, if you're having a problem in class, like, the most common thing with me was, oh, I just got back from summer. I don't remember how to, the exact syntax for writing a template or something in C++. And, you just Google it. Usually you'll end up on, like, one of these websites. But, like, cptreference.com. Yeah, this one and C++.com, the one right below this, those are both good for C++. W3 Schools is okay for web development. I mainly, like when I was doing web development, I mainly liked you can find it if you search on here, but they had like a giant list of colors or whatever, so you could get all the hexadecimal values, and I would just do that. And then, of course, I found out about like Adobe Color, which is pretty cool. A lot better than just finding the color you like. So there's that. Python extension binaries. So if you're using Python, you're looking for a package that sounds interesting or that you just need. Like this has 90% of them. Like, oh, I want to use CX freeze. And it's all on one page. You can look at the scroll bar, it's just so tiny. It's pretty funny. But so that's kind of nice. And last one, actually I don't know. Do you have this one? Alright, so cool. to do application in various languages.
Hmm.
Yeah, Angular.
Well, this is like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For JavaScript.
Yeah.
I thought there was one for like actual programming languages, not just JavaScript,
It's gonna start.
but I couldn't find it.
yeah, I feel like
I don't know.
They're ones that are
I
compiled to
haven't heard
JavaScript.
about this one.
well, yeah, but it's
Ampersand, there's like, oh, some of these sound cool. Mithril. Oh, it's MDC framework. Never mind. Yeah. So yeah, that's it so far for reference sites. Really, I think Googling works better than going to one though. Like, there's a lot of YouTube channels too. Yeah, Bracky's really good for game development. I used to do a lot of, watch a lot of his videos.
You still need to finish that multiplayer FPS.
I finished all his tutorials. He just, stopped coming out with them.
There's actually some neat knowledge on those things. There's some where the Go team at Google does like live coding videos where they just like writing some piece of thing and they'll just like write it and video it from the coding. Kind of cool.
Yeah, so like if you're looking to learn how to use Unity or C#, like this is a great way of doing it.
It's probably a cool thing to do just because like you can have it.
Oh yeah, like you can use Unity for things that aren't games as well.
Oh, yeah.
GraphQL, that's like just a Python one. Say most of those YouTube channels are just ones that I've been to, so that's why like half of them are Python.
Where's yours?
I can go to it.
This is an intervention.
You want me to put mine up there?
Shameless
Put the links to
promotion.
mine? Yeah, I haven't uploaded videos in a long time, but let's see. Yeah, for a while I was doing that game that I stopped working on. I mean, I did some Python ones though. Make your own text editor. Make it. There's an advanced one. Then I have an even better text editor that I made now. So
What do you call that text editor again?
the
The one you made?
or the one recently.
Yeah, the one you made more
It's
recently.
like Pencil, P-Y-N-C-L.
Yeah, pencil.
It's like, Python programmers have a habit of putting PY somewhere in their project name because it's like Python.
There's
Makes it a lot cooler somehow. New Boston, that's the same as that website I showed up there. So he started out on YouTube, then he did a website. Yeah. Books. So there's only a few links up here, but there's a lot of content. Like this one is a list I found on another forum of just no, these are just these are reference leads later on down. So
Oh my gosh.
So if you're interested in Android, click on Android, goes down. Here's some books on Android. Like, yeah. So this is a really good
This
link.
is crazy. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Cobol. Yes.
So yeah, some of the books I link to on here though aren't free, but I think most of them are. Most of them are like PDFs.
I feel like our first group project should be programmed in
Please no.
Well, after Thursday, we'll all please get up. So there's another one. This one, thanks, Connor.
These are totally legal.
I mean,
Anyway, there's a lot of videos.
perks of being an ACM. Like, yes, sir. There's a bunch of books.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody's really good.
Mm-hmm.
You should read all of them.
Yeah. Wiki books.
Just like,
Yeah. It's, I did
The 3D game with SNA.
Yeah, this is what
good though.
this is what Dr. Bush uses for all the photos.
A lot to
I learned how to write in LaTeX for every paper ever. Very cool.
I'm gonna write my novel in LaTeX.
Do it. Hey, you can totally work on it.
I mean, you're not history unless you use LaTeX, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's some local ones I have here, but I mean, really, I think we're all too lazy to do things like go to the library.
Hey, I've gone to the library for programming books,
Kyle.
and they've got some great
They're
books.
old though.
They are old,
Yeah.
but some of them, like the concepts in them are so you say,
Yeah,
like in
These
AI.
are the goodies.
By
We're
the way,
looking for
one
one
book
book
is
from
really
Ada.
good. I think it's in my books folder, but there's one by Kernigan and
I know that name.
Reiner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's ringing a bell. Tell them loud.
You wrote KRC? Anyway, okay, so, no, but they wrote, I think it's not comedy was came over, it's like Kernigan and somebody wrote a book on programming style back in like the early 70s. It's still really good though. And they basically just went through textbooks and like, this is a terrible example of things.
Yeah, EIT student services, so, if you're in a lower level class, which it's not, it's first, so, like 1,000 or 2,000 level classes, if you need help, there is free tutoring, you know. Go to Cherokee if you need help, basically. Just kidding, me and her both tutored, so, and there's a Little Rock Innovation Hub, that's really just, like, I've only been there once, but it's pretty cool, actually, like, it's a, what they call maker space, so you can pay for like membership there and go there and use like their 3D printers, their, what is it, the laser cutter, CNC machine, I think.
We've also got a laser printer and a 3D printer and a laser cutter on campus that if you contact the right people, you can use because you're a student and it's free.
Seward still is being pretty
It's awful.
It's like
awful
3 years
Kyle,
ago,
he
you
gets you in.
at this point.
I know some people.
I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy.
So like,
If you can tell me how to get into the VR suite, I'm happy.
I work with them.
Yeah.
It's up
And
to
I've
you.
got a couple other student orgs there too. SOCUS is now being run by Zach Randolph. So that's Society of Computing and Information Science. Some of you were probably in that last year. Kyle, you're on the like officer list, aren't you? Word-ish.
I ordered it for service.
Yeah. I thought you were at that meeting, that admin meeting. No, okay. Oh,
I went to like one meeting last year.
we didn't have any last year.
I was in the first.
It was,
For SOCUS.
yeah, last year was just me and Charlie running it, so, yeah.
it was like me and ACM last year.
I remember Charlie Wall had it.
I only went to like 2 ACM meetings.
I thought you meant it was running. The Game Development Club, which is not yet a thing, but it's
We're
coming
getting
soon.
there.
So yeah, Kyle's the soon-to-be president of it, and so yeah, hopefully that'll be a thing pretty soon. That'll be cool. And otherwise, pro tips, kind of like freshman year, time management.
Manage
And,
your time.
and you know, like, but seriously though, like I said, doing projects on your own is probably the greatest way of learning stuff. Like, and after Thursday, if you haven't already started using GitHub, you can start using GitHub, so you can put all your projects on there. And then when you go to apply for an interview or job, you can be like, hey, look at my GitHub.
This is really.
I actually do stuff.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
everywhere I've interviewed this, like, major places like, we look at shit on GitHub. You like, every time.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit projects, but at least it's like your coding style and like, you know these languages, whatever.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
somewhere.
Yeah, there's this time. So you can check out some of the honor school projects.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many of them. And they're all.
Tech,
Except for my
C,
resume.
C, most of them are C-based.
BRK,
All the recent ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
the Jake is
There's no-
protocol and then the mail.
Okay. Yeah, there's one in Go. Perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have a few to go.
Only the Jesus.
And this is like mine's like the exact same except Python.
If you want to know how to half-ass do anything, and then like not completely do it,
Their GitHub
You're like,
is so
this is how you
nice,
start
man.
an
It's like
operating
a
system
See,
project.
Python,
Photoshop
Python,
picture.
Python, Arduino, Python,
The executive
Nice
operating
clean
system.
lineup.
Mine are usually like
Mine looks
I don't know.
like
I have little periods of like you can see when school starts.